Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction and review for One Piece manga chapter 878. It's called like Pedro, Chief of the Minks or something, but either way, we haven't had a chapter in 2 weeks. It came out early, so posting it, recording it, all that on Wednesday, and whatever I had planned for today is just getting pushed back so we can do this. And of course Boku no Hero Academia right after this. But we haven't had a chapter in 2 weeks, and 2 weeks ago we had a Pedro death that, as much as I love the Pedro character, I hope it's a real death, because I feel like a good, well-written death, and last chapter was really, really good, is always better than a cheap fake out. So I think Oda could write it good either way, but let's see how things are going with this. And we start off with a jump cover that has it seems to be focused on Luffy, Usopp, and Zoro, but they're rabbits and mochi. I'm thinking rabbits maybe signifying carrot, and the mochi to signify them fighting Katakuri. At least I believe that to be mochi, but I am not an expert on the topic of mochi. So yeah, either way, let's go ahead and get into reading and see where Oda takes us from here. And holy damn, there was a lot of fan art, but now we have a color spread. All I'm seeing as soon as I click over to the color spread is Sanji with this cat. It's a nice summer color spread. The whole Cake Island arc reaches its climax color cover. Okay, got Nami in the foreground. Robin in the background, yes please. So it's just a bunch of them hanging out with cats and stuff. And sadly, Jinbei isn't here, even though I already consider him a Straw Hat and all. Why is Jinbei not here? What is this? What is this nonsense? We need Jinbei here, we need Carrot here. Come on, load us up, give us 2 Straw Hats, come on. Okay. Now here we are. It's Chapter 878, Mink Tribe, Guardians Chief Pedro. Okay, so now we see going from the flashback into modern time. Well, at least this is the flashback, it seems. Once upon a time, for Zeppo's sake. Ma, a true man I see. Let's go with 50 years. And we see the blood flowing out of one eye and tears out of the other. Try and survive this, says Big Mom. Cuckoo, well done, Perorin. How old are you now? 27. With 50 years of your life taken away, you've now, in effect, lived 77 years. How many years do you think you have left, I wonder? I'll make sure to at least choose where I die. And we see Perospero walking Pedro with the handcuffs on him. The Nox and the Nox Pirates. And then Pedro looks back. Does it refer to the night? That's a pretty depressing name. Roger, Lord Odin, allow me to accompany you. Oh, and we see Pedro as a little kid. I guess it means that there's no such thing as an endless night. Boy, you've got to stay on standby for now. And Odin rubs his head. No, that's Roger. My time is limited. Listen up, everyone. Everyone sooner or later gets their own time to shine. Pedro, they say Roger's dead. What? In other words, Nox, the night, really means this. The dark before the dawn. If I can serve as the foundation for the world that the masters await, well, I couldn't ask for anything more, and I should have just enough time to do just that. And then we see the explosion rocking the ships and freeing the Sunny. Them screaming Pedro. Everybody screaming and crying, Pedro! No way, Brother Peros, says Katakuri in shock. His candy's melting away. And we see Big Mom doubled over. What crazy... Pedro, says Jinbei, and we see that even he's sort of shaking and faltering. The firstborn, Lord Perospero, he was brought down with the explosion. And we see that now Chopper and Brook are being freed. I thought I was gonna die. You guys, and Jinbei's running over. Pedro, and Nami's holding Carrot back. No, Carrot. He saved us. Until just now, the chance we would get out of this safely was 0%. We can fly, Nami. Preparations are complete, says Luffy. We're off, men. If we let this second go to waste, we'll never be able to face Pedro again. Leave the sails as they are, yells Nami. Chopper, Brook, are you guys conscious? Set bearings northwest, fire coup to burst. Huh? Jinbei, says Chopper. Tell me what to do, I'll do it, he says. Then we see Big Mom starting to get up. Every last one of you bastards, and Katakuri starting to make mochi. getting all fired up. We see Carrot crying. All ships, aim for the enemy vessel, prepare to fire. How dare you hurt Lord Perospero? Get out of here, Big Mom pirates. And Carrot goes in to attack Katakuri. She isn't cut out for the sword, and we see a flashback with Pedro. Don't butt in, Pedro. Carrot will become a great swordsman under me. And it's, what was his name? Shishilian. Doesn't matter how you do it. Become a strong warrior. And wait, everyone sooner or later gets their own time to shine. It's so sweet. He told little Carrot the same thing that Roger told him. Electrical. And she's going in after Katakuri. As long as I'm here, you won't be going anywhere. And he steps on her back. Carrot! The ship will set sail. And he's just using his mochi ability to avoid all of Luffy's attacks. I'm its captain. It will only if you manage to drive me out. Gomu Gomu no. Elephant gun. And he goes in with the elephant gun. Huge waves and explosions, but... Oh, and it looks like he grabbed Katakuri. But Katakuri might be sort of mochiing around him. I see. You're right. If you do that, I won't be able to do anything else, and it seems like he's mostly grabbed with Haki. Understanding it isn't going to help you do anything about it, says Luffy. I love this. I love when we get to see Luffy actually being smart and stuff. And I just noticed in this panel to the left, all the cannonballs are homie. They're all alive. Homies, they're all alive. Fire! Wah! Wah! Yahoo! Stop! Stop! All the cannonballs screaming. Here we go. I still find it hard to believe that a ship can fly, though, says Jinbei. Wait, where is it? And we have Big Mom. Looks like she's trying to latch onto the ship. Big Mom! Wedding! What? And it looks like she bites into the ship. And we see in the background, is that Ped? And it's Perospero standing up. Damn, that bloody Pedro. And then Nami starts crying. Cake! Blast! I'm shocked. My candy armor's been completely destroyed. And Nami's crying, and we hear somebody yelling Nami. Probably Luffy. Let go of me. And it looks like, I guess that's... He has his arm reached into the mirror. Oh, I guess he's probably going to try to sling Katakuri through it. And he might have Brule in the mirror, and that's how he's doing it. Jinbei, what in the world is Brook, Chopper, Carrot, Brule? He's grabbed Brule. I promise I'll be back. I'm leaving the rest to you. He smiles. So yeah, he's probably going to have to launch himself as well. The cannon fire's getting close to us. We're flying, right? Then take Mr. Shark over here, please, says Brook. Here we go. Coup de burst. And they start flying out of there. And the shark is just roped to the side of the ship. Big Mom gets blasted backwards by the jets. Whoa, everybody's holding on tight. Amand here, she calls in. The enemy vessel has escaped into the skies. The skies? Wait, where's Luffy? Mirror World. It's Straw Hat. And we have Luffy and Katakuri in the Mirror World now. Well done. Here, we can fight all we please, he says. And he smashes the mirror back to the ship. Wow, the passage to the ship. Now the two of them are standing off. Who will decide the future? Chapter 878, end. I love this. I love this so much. And I'm really hoping it does mean Carrot for Straw Hat, because Carrot and Jinbei both joining is just the best outcome for this arc. So I assume that the rest of the group will end up going and meeting up with Sanji now at Cacao Island. Just here's some predictions. The rest of the group goes, meets up at Cacao Island with Sanji and them. Big Mom is after them, but as soon as Big Mom reaches Cacao Island, we have... As soon as she reaches Cacao Island, we have Sanji and Pudding waiting there with the cake. Like, okay, here's your cake. She gets distracted by that and allows the Straw Hats to escape. And then, in the Mirror World, Luffy ends up beating Katakuri, because even though Katakuri is super strong, Luffy's the main character, and you know this is how shit's happening. So Luffy beats Katakuri, and then he's like, yo, Brule, make me a mirror out of here. She makes him a mirror out of there, and that's how Luffy gets back to the ship with everyone else. And then we move on to Wano. So, yeah, I guess Luffy versus Big Mom is not the climactic battle for this arc. It's going to be Luffy and Katakuri, which is good because it saves Big Mom till later. And Luffy's not really ready to take down a Yonko, but I think him sort of stepping his game up to defeat a Yonko's sort of higher level henchman, like what one of the commanders would be, I think that's totally sensible to me. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking at least. But let's go back through this real quick and maybe give some extra thoughts on things. Let's see how things are. Let's go back to page 1. Okay, the cover is nice. Like I said, the mochi and rabbits probably representing carrot and katakuri there. Not the best color spread, not my favorite, but I still enjoy it. I still think my favorite is the really old-style wood painting looking one that we got during Zoe of the Whole Cake group before they left for Whole Cake. The panel of Pedro right at the beginning, I love that, with the tears from one eye from losing Zeppo and the blood from the other from having to pull out his eye. It's just great. I love the whole Nox Pirate speech, that was great as well, is that he was the night laying foundation for the dawn. And I loved as well how Roger rubbed his head and told him everyone gets their time to shine, and then he did the same with Carrot when she was a little girl. That was so great. So, he took down Perispero, though didn't kill him. Okay, moving along, anything else worthy of discussion here? Okay. I love the emotion with Carrot and Nami and everyone else. Even Jinbei sort of like being taken aback. But then Luffy just stepping into really serious mode. So since Perispero survived, there's a chance that Pedro may have. It would be another Pell moment, another kind of BS moment. But what are you going to do, I guess? I think it would be better if we just have this be Pedro's death. Because there is at least some sense to be made why Perispero survived. Because he said he had candy armor and that it was destroyed by the explosion and he was even injured. So that makes sense. Carrot goes in for an attack. I kind of think she should have at least got one attack off on Katakuri and then got smashed, you know? I think that would have been better. And then have Luffy come in. But either way. We have Luffy and Katakuri, slings him into the mirror later on, we know. Okay. I do think it was good as well, Luffy knowing that he couldn't really fight him to get rid of him here, so this was his only way. It was a really smart way to write it that I wouldn't have really predicted that he was going to throw him into the mirror world. Okay. Then I like as well that Big Mom's like sort of chewing on the back of the ship, so when they do use the coup de burst, it sort of blasts her off the back of it. At least that's the way I read it and perceived it, but since we're going back through, let's see. Yeah, she's on the back, so it blows her off the back of it. Okay. Jinbei Chopper, Carrot. I love he yells all their names, says he's coming back, and like I said, I already gave my predictions for where I think that's heading. Okay. The cannonballs all being homies, though. That was funny. That was a good touch. Okay, moving along, and now we have our Luffy versus Katakuri fight for next week, or whenever we get around to it. So no complaints there, no complaints at all. This was a good chapter. Yeah, 2 in a row. I'm glad we finally got to the climax. The arc overall has been hit and miss. There have been really great chapters and storylines, like the whole showdown between Luffy and Sanji, and a lot of Luffy and Sanji's meeting back up. All of that was written super well. The actual wedding and the planning with Capone was written really well. But between all of that, there were some low points. But overall, I think, though this arc has not been my favorite, it has been quite good, especially lately. The first part of it was like, there were good parts, there were bad parts, but overall it was kind of But everything from the wedding onward, everything from the wedding onward has been pretty damn good. So yeah, no complaints at all. Great chapter. Hope you enjoyed my first my reaction to it, and then my more deep thoughts on it and discussion for it. But either way, if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of this chapter and what you thought of my thoughts and reaction to it. Subscribe for more One Piece, both anime and manga. Follow on Twitter if you want. I can try to keep you updated there on stuff for the channel. If you want a link to our Discord server, ask and I can give you one. That's it. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.